What happens if you touch lava with your bare hand, even for just 1 second? Lava, the molten rock expelled from a volcano, flows at temperatures ranging from 1,200 degrees Celsius to 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of Mercury and more than hot enough to incinerate most earthly materials instantly. Before your skin even touches it, you'd feel intense radiant heat, similar to standing in front of an open blast furnace, but multiplied. Your skin would begin to burn even before contact, because the infrared radiation from lava can start to cook human tissue from a few feet away. Once your hand makes direct contact, the skin and flesh are immediately charred, nerve endings are destroyed, and the outer layer begins to vaporize. Despite what you might imagine, your hand wouldn't sink into lava like water. It would more likely bounce or stick briefly to the surface. That's because lava is incredibly dense, sticky, and viscous. It behaves more like a thick pudding than a liquid. It may look like it's slowly flowing, but that thickness hides its violent heat, which causes catastrophic injury in milliseconds. The outer layers of skin would blacken instantly, and underneath, the flesh would blister, boil, and split open from thermal trauma. Any muscle tissue exposed to the lava would seize and begin to die on contact, while bones can become brittle from the thermal shock. The pain would be immediate and excruciating, but only for a moment, because your nerves would be burned away just as fast. Your reflexes would likely pull your hand back, but it would already be too late. The burn damage would be irreversible. Even a touch lasting less than half a second would result in third-degree burns, destroying every layer of skin and requiring hospitalization. In most cases, the burn would be so deep and infected so fast that doctors might have no choice but to amputate. And if you didn't get medical help within minutes, you'd face life-threatening complications, infection, sepsis, or systemic shock. Lava also releases dangerous gases, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and other toxins, that can cause lung damage if inhaled nearby. So even getting close enough to touch it could be harmful beyond just the burn itself. Could gloves or special suits protect you? Not regular ones. Most materials would melt on contact with lava. Even metal tools used by volcanologists must be heat-resistant alloys, and they still avoid contact. Lava melts through rubber, plastics, fabrics, even many metals, rendering common protection useless. Scientists who study lava in the field wear heat-reflective suits and use long poles to collect samples from a distance. They never touch lava directly, not even with gloves or tools in hand. It's simply too risky. And what if you fell in completely? Contrary to movie scenes, you wouldn't sink slowly. It's more likely you'd bounce or partially float before being set on fire. But the radiant heat would kill you before full contact anyway, possibly causing fatal burns and asphyxiation in seconds. What about solidified lava or volcanic rock? Can you touch that? Yes, once it's cooled, solidified lava is safe to touch, walk on, or even collect as a souvenir. But fresh lava? That's a different story. It can stay dangerously hot for days after an eruption. There have even been rare accidents of tourists falling near active flows and suffering severe injuries. Lava looks mesmerizing. It glows, it oozes, it pulses with otherworldly beauty. But don't let that fool you. It's one of Earth's most dangerous natural substances. Touching lava isn't just a bad idea. It's a mistake that could change your life in one horrible instant. So while it might be tempting to wonder, what if, trust the science and enjoy it from a distance. Because when it comes to lava, even 1 second is too much. And now you know what really happens if you touch lava with your bare hand.